Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? How's things where you are? I hope everything is good and well and wonderful. And it's Monday and it's some snow this weekend. I hope you're not snowed in. I hope everything's just going good. It was a good weekend for me. I got to spend some time down here making sawdust. Made a sign for this was a custom order, so I've got to ship this out this week. Got a few more shapes cut out for my friend Scott. Started to sand these. I'm still yet to figure out how I'm going to really get this cleaned up. I've thought about maybe taking a like a dowel rod and trying to wrap some fine grit sandpaper around it somehow so that I can get like a very small, tight spindle sander in here and clean these up. I still haven't come to that yet. I remember somebody suggested I get a riffler, which is essentially a rasp that's like comes in a bunch of different shapes, and that might work. I just need to, never seen them in person. I looked them up on Amazon, and it's like there's a whole bunch of different options when it comes to these riffler tools, and they usually come in a pack of like all these different scoops and stuff, but it's really difficult to judge like their dimension on Amazon. So I don't know what size I should get or what is the right proportion or whatever, but all I know is I really need to get these wrapped up and painted soon. So it's pretty high on my priority list. So I did get to spend some time down here working on these this weekend and cutting out new ones. There's 5 shapes I have to do, and they all have to be finished and looking pretty because they're going to be photographed. So yeah, I don't know exactly how I'm going to finish them, but I just know it needs done, and no time for excuses. But there's we talked a little bit on Friday about doing shop projects again, and I think that there's some stuff in the works that might pan out. A friend at work asked me to make him a shelf that I would like to talk more about, but I don't think he's finalized what he wants. I recently, just over the weekend, I moved my old editing computer, which used to sit like basically right above us in my bedroom. I moved it out of my bedroom. It was an old machine. I think I built it in 2010, if that gives you any indication of how old it was. A very old machine. And it needed to just leave my bedroom. Like it sits there, and when I edit on it, I usually do it through remote desktop. So I'm not even really using the computer like at the computer editing on it. I have other options for editing. And Keely, my youngest, she likes to play a couple of games on it with her friends, like Roblox, for instance. And so she would want to be back in my bedroom playing, and I want to go lay down, or I want to not be surrounded by the noise of her yelling at her friends while she plays Roblox and stuff. So I decided to move it, and I moved it upstairs to my oldest's bedroom. My oldest doesn't stay here ever. So her bedroom is kind of an unused space in the house, and it's huge. Like, it's a really big bedroom. And so it's perfect spot to have like a little office up there, and she still has a bed and stuff, and all of her stuff is still there. So if she wants to come stay, she can. But it's also now like a little office. So that's cool. I was going somewhere with that. Oh, so now that I have the space in my room, I only have one little dresser, and the dresser was made by my father. I'll try to put a picture of it on screen if I remember. It was made by my father when he was in high school. So this was built in like the 60s. And it's poplar, and it needs refinished. There's quite a bit of damage to it. I've used it most of my life. And it's tiny. It's a very small dresser, and now that I have the space in my room, I need a much bigger dresser. I would like to have like a 6 or a 9 drawer dresser. And so I might build that. And I've been really talking about that a lot lately with my girlfriend, and thinking about whether I should build it, whether I should go buy raw stock and make it myself, or whether I should look at getting something refurbished and maybe make new drawers or not refurbish, but get something that I could refurbish and make new drawers, or whether I should make it out of plywood. And then, you know, I don't know. I haven't decided yet the method, but I figured up if I was to make it out of raw cherry, a 6-drawer dresser, I could probably do it for about $300, maybe a little bit more than that. It's expensive, but it would be super stout. Actually, probably too stout. The $300 is making it 100% out of cherry, front, back, sides, tops, all out of 1-inch stock, material, which would be a pain to move. So there are projects in the works that I would like to film. A lot of it is the fact that this place is so cluttered because I don't have proper storage, and it's very difficult to work in here with the motorcycle in here. And so during the winter, it's kind of like small project time, doing stuff like this, doing stuff like signs, maybe some craft type stuff. And so I've been looking at more of that sort of thing. So we'll see. Maybe some videos will go up soon. I don't know. I'll take suggestions though. If you want to see me build something, or if you want to have me build something and just pay for the materials and I'll build it and ship it to you, please let me know. You know, you can leave it in the comments if you want something built and you want to kind of finance the material so I can have an excuse to work down here. Let me know, and you can email me that, chevee@thedailyshed.com, and we can discuss it. And if it's something that would work out for the both of us, maybe just having somebody supplying me with ideas and materials, and I don't need compensated, it's just something to do. Maybe that would be a big boost. So we'll see. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends, being wonderful people. I hope I'll see you again tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Yahoo. How many is in a peck of pickled peppers? When Peter Piper picked his pack of pickled peppers, he picked the equivalent of 1/4 of a bushel. While no one knows the origin of this word or how it came to be a unit of measurement, we do know that Peter's peck of pickled peppers amounted to the equivalent of 2 gallons of dry weight, or 10 to 14 pounds.